Yeah.
Feeling like I'm on the run.
A little bit of hard number 9 with Back Home.
Live every day
Band out of
just the
Worcester.
same. This rock star with no fame. The way it is for everyone. God knows that if I try, I might be able to get by as one of the normal ones. But take me back home to Boston, back where I know where I belong, back where the days they seem the same, and everyone knows your name, back where I know that I'm home. So I drove off to Atlanta, looking for some home-cooked food. Well, the people, they turned away.
Whoops.
Yeah, they had nothing to say. Man, I thought it was kind of rude. Maybe if I was their kin, they might just let me in and put me in the right kind of mood. But take me back home to Boston, back where I know where I belong, back where the days they seem the same, and everyone knows your name, back where I know that I'm home. God knows that if I try, I'll get back home alive. Never have to leave again. But take me back home to Boston, back where I know where I belong, back where the days they seem the same, and everyone knows your name, back where I know that I'm home. Bring me home. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home to Boston.
Well, let's start the insanity.
Following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Coming to you live from Studio 5. We're coming to you live from the White Eagle Club in Worcester, Massachusetts on Green Street. Come on down and join us. I'm Byron.
I'm Bumper.
I'm Patty Cakes.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Guess who's
Turn
gonna-
me down.
I should have remembered to turn that down because you were grabbing the mic.
You know, I'm talking normal. This shit is booming.
You're listening. If you're not here, you're listening to the Wicked Picture Show. If you're here, you're enjoying the Wicked Picture Show's Open Mic Comedy Chaos series.
What are we on? Volume 8 now? Volume
7.
9?
I have no idea. You guys just told me to show
I
up.
think we're on 8. We've been doing this a while, it feels like. Well, hello, everyone, and everyone in the bar. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And I'd like you guys to join us. This is a free event.
Oh, don't worry, Patty Cakes. Everybody can hear you.
I know. Well, hey, I make myself known, right? So anyway, this is, we're very excited to be at the White Eagle tonight. We're going to call this Ladies' Night. because we have three awesome women that are running the show. We have Serenity Jones, we have Latasha Hughes, and we have our, 2, 3, 4-time winner, Antonetta, 2. We usually only have one host for the night, but these girls have been doing a lot of awesome shows for us. They've really been putting in a lot of work on their craft, and we wanted to give them a shot at co-hosting a show for us. So I'm going to have Serenity start off the show in a little bit, and then she'll do like half the comics, and we'll have Latasha come up for the second half. If you guys don't know who we are, what we are a podcast on Spreaker.com. And also, right now, I think we should be streaming live on Facebook Live, guys. Yes? What else? Also, if you look around on your tables, you will see paper, and I would love for you guys to vote for your favorite comic this evening. We do have 3 different prizes that we like to give out to our winners. We have a $25 cash award, yes? We also have a redneck gift basket, which is something I can't stop doing. I like to give it out. And then I have a super funny third-place prize. Well, I'm not going to tell anybody. Oh, wait, it's funny, the funny thing. So anything you guys want to add?
I got nothing.
What?
Thanks. All right, I'm
No,
going to
you're
bring
up there
up
to fry in front
someone
of
that
everybody.
has started with us from the very beginning. We saw her do, probably like only once we saw her at the Bull Mansion.
Correct.
And fell in love instantly, and have just watched her really put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into her craft. She's out there 3-4 nights a week, just busting her hump,
Working the
learning
streets.
new techniques, and bettering herself
Working
every
the
time we see
streets.
her. Even coming up with funny singing bits. Yes. Yeah, it should be.
And she's fresh off of the Ebony and Ivory show last night at Pistol Pete's in Connecticut.
Yes,
with,
I think she might talk about that in a minute, so we'll leave
Okay.
that for her. But a longtime fan of the show, a big supporter of the show, helped us in a lot of different ways with bringing comics to us, sharing the love of the Wicked Pistol Show that we fell in love with. Big round of applause for Serenity Jones.
All right, thank you for coming out. My name's Serenity Jones. What were you expecting, a black girl or a stripper? My counterpart is the black girl, so we'll leave you at that. So, guys, I don't go to therapy. I get on the mic, and this is why. I tried to sell my eggs for a little bit of extra cash. You can't get that much for eggs that have alcohol-fetal syndrome. However, Planned Parenthood ponied it up for little Johnny and Sally. Cancer touches us all. You can laugh at that. It's okay. So, I had to lose the baby weight, so I was trying all these different diets. I tried ketos. That's the one that you piss on a stick, and it felt a little bit too much like a pregnancy scare. And then I tried bulimia, and that was fucking great. Bulimia, I could eat whatever I want. But it turns out I have a really bad gag reflex. I actually gained weight. But then, I found these little diet pills, guys. They're called Adderall. My house has never been so clean in my fucking life. I know that they're working. Because, typically I date black guys. I know, like, huge shocker, thick white girl from Worcester dates black guys. I know. But, random white guys have been interested in me. Not the kind of white guys you want. I get, like, the white guys that look like that guy over there. I get the white guys that look like they'll take me in the ditch and leave me in the fucking woods. And let me tell you something about the brothers. They don't go in the woods. Shit, I even had a metrosexual guy try to hit on me. I just wasn't sure which one of us was going to be the man. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm from a punishing Irish family. I knew who was going to be the man, and it would be me. So everything my mother ever buys me for a present is like 3 sizes too big. And I'm like, Ma, don't you know that I lost some weight? She says, no, I don't know. Yeah, no shit, you don't know. You don't watch my comedy videos, Ma. If you watched my comedy videos, you'd know that I lost weight and I'm back on drugs. Got to be careful of what they ask for. They did watch one of my videos, and, if they can catch me, I might be checking into rehab tonight. So I just recently had a little bout with constipation, and I don't know why, because I don't even really eat. But I was in the bathroom, like, pushing and sweating and swearing, like, I'll never eat that again. And then I shit, and my ass knew what a gangbang felt like. And for $2.99 on Pornhub, you can know too. So in my real life, like, I'm actually a waitress, which is why we need to take care of these bartenders behind the bar tonight. Everybody bless them. But, people think that they can say whatever they want to me. And they do. They do. They do. But listen, I've been asked, like, when's the baby due? And before, I used to just be like, the baby? No, I'm fat and feel bad about myself. I don't play that anymore. Now I tell them, I just lost the baby. They don't need to know I sold the baby to Planned Parenthood. Sometimes parents will come in too, and I'll be taking their drink order, and they'll be screaming at me because they have not fed these kids breakfast or lunch. Listen, slow your roll, bitch. I haven't left you. I'll bring your kids macaroni and cheese, but do I file a 51A on them now, or do I let them eat first? Another struggle is when little kids come into the restaurant and they start whacking down sugar packets like I do cocaine. And their parents don't want to do anything about it. That's when it becomes my job. And I'll be in the back breaking up my diet pills, breaking up my Adderalls, sprinkle them in their Shirley Temples, and for good measures, I'll fucking put a Wellbutrin in there. Because I don't want those little kids to come down wrong. So before their food even touches the table, they're like this. That's right. I Bill Cosby little kids. I just don't take them home with me. And, I get really pissed when I waste my Adderall pills on some of my dates. Because they're like, I want to have a good time, too. And, next thing you know, they're passed out on the couch. And it's like, fuck, why didn't you tell me you had ADHD? It's not going to work for you the same way. And why don't you have more money in your pockets? So, where am I at for time? So I have 1 minute left. 1 minute left. I'm always looking to make a little extra cash. We're in Worcester. I'm sure there's probably some single mothers in here with kids. So if anybody needs any babysitting services, my name's Serenity Jones, and I am actually doing a show in Worcester. Does anyone smoke weed in here? Oh, shit. I am doing the 420 show.
Oh, my.
420 show. It's at the Raven in Worcester. I have discounted tickets tonight on me for $10. It's a rap show. There's going to be edibles, vapes. You can smoke your vape pens in there for you weed heads. There's even going to be some munchies. I'm going to be doing comedy there. It's going to be a fucking great time. So if anybody's interested in coming, come see me. I have a ticket. I have better than a flyer. I have a ticket. I'm doing this show with Massachusetts. Is anyone familiar with Massachusetts? All right. So we're going to get this show going. We have a young lady that has traveled all the way from Boston. And, if she comes out with a Worcester accent, I'm going to be real pissed. Her name is Taisha Thompson. It's her first time here. Everybody give her a warm welcome.
Hey. Well, hello, everybody. You guys look really, really good, really good. So my name's Taisha, and I did travel up from Boston. I was almost asleep until I turned on some trap and woke up. The trap got me here. So some people call me Ty. People call me Isha or E. But the nickname I haven't outlived is Ty Reefa, right? I've always been a weed head. Right? But we don't smoke 6 and 8 blunts no more. We ain't having sessions no more, right? No, we just smoke the fuck and find inspiration in this comedy shit, right? So since I've been doing comedy, my friends have been real distant, right? Like, they don't want me to put them in my sets. Like, bitch, I ain't gonna tell nobody you fucking your baby daddy brother. Like, I ain't gonna tell nobody, right? Yo, one of my homegirls, she can't get rid of her baby daddy or her boyfriend because they still in electricity, and she's like, if I cut him off, he gonna tell, we ain't gonna have no lights. Like, yo, like, bitch, just pay your own bill, right? You can't keep his ass because you scared you ain't gonna have no lights. Like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. Let's see. So I moved to Boston when I was 16. I graduated from Cambridge and Latin next to Harvard Square. But I fucked around and failed the 12th grade. And I'm like, who fails the 12th grade, right? Like, there has to be a history book for people that fail the 12th grade. Like, that shit's not supposed to happen. Like, who the fuck would they do that at, right? Like, my teacher knew I needed them credits. She knew my mother was like, if you don't go to school, you can't stay here. And I was like, fuck it. So I had to thank my mom for my high school diploma. Right after I graduated, I got pregnant and had my first son at 21. And I moved to South Boston, which is predominantly Caucasian area in Boston, and not a lot of black people live there. But I've been there for the past 18 years, and I can say that white folks, y'all been real good to me, right? Right, so I got into the union and construction through my Caucasian connections, right? And I even attended church in South Boston. And one day the pastor called me and said, Taisha, the nominated committee has nominated you to be a deacon. And I was like, oh, wow, I got to call my mother, right? And my homegirls was hating, like, how you going to be a deacon? You know you smoke weed. And I was like, bitch, like, don't be mad. They can see the God in me and y'all can't see him, right? Like, they can see the God in me, right? You know God loves the meek, the poor, and the lowly. That's me. What the fuck? That's me all day. So I work in construction, right? I'm an insulator. And there's so many fine dudes in construction, right? I tell myself, damn, Taisha, you know you can't fuck everybody. And I'll be like, yo, maybe 4 or 5 of these niggas, right? Maybe enough for a train. Yo, I'm originally from North Carolina. They have trains down south, for real. Y'all don't know, but I'm like, y'all don't last for 4 or 5 minutes. Like, can I get an hour? Like, I just need an hour, right? So I really like music. I love that Kanye West joint. I love it. The lyrics are, I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I like my dick sucked. I like that freak shit. Say some more shit, you trifling hoe bitch. And I'm like, that's my shit. That's my shit right there. On some real shit, like I might be a hoe. I might be a hoe, right? So I thought about it. I did a little bit of research. Like, what is a hoe? Basically, a hoe is a female that's getting more dick than you. Like, y'all bitches ain't getting no dick, and I'm a hoe? For real, right? A hoe is any female that's having sex and she's not in a relationship. So I know some of y'all is hoes in here. No, like, a hoe is any female that's having sex and not in love. Like, we don't love y'all. We just want the dick. We don't love y'all. We just want the dick. I'm sorry. So I got 3 baby daddies, right? 3. 3 baby daddies. I don't give a fuck what a bitch got to say about me. Right? So my last baby daddy, he's a good dude. he's big dude, right? Like, he's like 380, 400. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if I can talk to this dude, yo. He is fat as shit. The fuck, right? But he wooed me, yo. He wooed me. He bought me all kind of jewelry. He told me everything I wanted to hear. And, of course, he went out to eat all the time, right? Hey, you know, he got big working that mouth, right? Of course. Put two and two together. But I was like, yo, he must eat pussy like a bitch, because he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. He got his head games on point. He pulled the lips back. He's ready to go.
One volume, one.
He is ready to go. We recently broke up, because I'm like, yo, dog, you are breaking my fucking furniture down, yo. Like, the springs are to the floor. Like, I can see the nails and the shit. The wood is cracked. Like, yo, pick a chair. Yo, just pick one chair. You can't sit in all the chairs, yo. You cannot break all the chairs. That's my time, you guys. Thanks so much.
All the way from Boston. Somehow I knew she didn't have a Boston accent. Next up is our buddy Jonathan. Jonathan Ty. Come on. He be kung fu fighting.
Look at that. Token Asian in the room. Hey, it's the first time. Usually there's more of us than there are of you guys. But today there's just one of me and lots of other people. So, all right. Well, so I guess that actually kind of leads real nicely into what I want to talk about today. Because I was recently single, you know. I had to go through Valentine's Day on my own. Crap, whatever. Yeah, we've all been there at one point. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. And I realized, so that means I had to try to get back in the dating game, right? You download the Tinder, you download the Bumble, and you get your finger ready. You do some, finger lifts, and you start going swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right. 2 days later, swipe right, 3 days later, swipe right. It's a week later. No matches. And I thought to myself, okay, what's going on here? There's got to be something's wrong, right? So I thought about it, and I talked to some friends, and I realized that's this. Over here in America, so I'm not from America, by the way. I don't know if you can tell by my accent. I realized that there's a dating ladder, especially with the young guys, right? Let's put it this way. So imagine you got a ladder standing right here. Someone's trying to fix the clock. Up top, you got the Europeans, right? The white Europeans. You walk into a bar, they sound a little bit like this. You say, oh, I'm from England. I drink tea, real proper. Everyone loves these guys, all right? Right under them, you got your Americans, because they're homeboy, everyone understands them. They're comfortable, right? And then you got your exotic Latinos and black people, and, they're shaking their hips, and they got nice bodies. And then down here at the bottom of the ladder, we're just holding it. We're the Asian people, like, oh, yeah, no problem. I hold rather for you. So, today, I'm here to tell y'all why you should find an Asian partner. Okay, I realize that some of you here might have Asian fetishes, so that's okay. And I should tell you why you should find an Asian man, because I know y'all don't go on Pornhub, type in Asian, followed by penis. All y'all are looking for them Asian titties, trust me, I like them too. All right, so first reason why you should date an Asian is because once you go Asian, you've solved life's equation. Thank you, that's it. All right, let's start with the stereotypes. Let's clear the air a little, right? First and most common stereotype for Asian people is that we're short. Yeah, I don't know. So we've been growing taller, I swear. There's some steroids going on in the water there. The other stereotype is that, well, they say that we're ugly people generally. The laundromat person is generally an ugly Asian person with like a Fu Manchu, right? Like he's like, oh yes, lots of wisdom. That's not a thing. Like this here, if you see this, Asians don't grow hair, baby. We're hairless apes. This is 5 months. I haven't touched my razor in 5 months. Like, look, I'll show you my legs. Look, see that? See that? No hair, clean. If you like that kind of soft baby bottom, like, in bed, you find an Asian man. So, all right, there's one more stereotype we have to address in the room, right? Asians have small dicks. You wanna? Am I allowed to do this on camera? Well, see, this bit doesn't work anymore. Hey, man, it's not about what size. It's about how you use it, right? That's what my mama told me. All right, but for real though, here's another reason why you should go Asian. It's because Asians don't raisin. All right, look, I look like this. I look good. I got tight skin. I got a nice butt. You know, all the way until I'm 40. All right, and then for 40. Actually, sorry, not until I'm 40. Until I'm 60. 40 years from now, I'll look like this, and then bam, instant raise. I'll be old man Hunchback. Oh yes, lots of wisdom. Then I'll have the Fu Manchu.
Oh my.
And so, but that's okay, right? You can enjoy 40 years of this beautiful body, and another great reason to date an Asian is because this is the only stereotype that's true. I am an engineer. That is something that I'm studying for. And my parents do say, you should be a doctor and a lawyer and an actor and any other thing that you can name yourself. Because let me tell you, at the end of the day, I'm going to be the moneymaker. That bully who tried to clock me and make fun of me for having 4 eyes, that bastard works for me now. I'm driving a Ferrari. What's he driving? A pickup truck? Maybe. Nothing's wrong with a pickup truck. Please don't beat me up. But let's be real here, all right? Let's be real. I am single, and I am still looking. And here's the real reason why you should date one of me, right? I'm looking to be a trophy husband. Baby, listen, you come home, right? Not only do I have the money, but I'll cook, clean, take care of the kids. And look, you tired from work, man? I'll sit you down in the chair, give you a nice, warm oil massage. Use some of those oriental talents, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah? So, anyway, that's my time. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan is the only other Asian guy that I've had a crush on. The first Asian guy was Karate Kid. So our next comic just jumped in the show to help us out. Very, very funny guy. I've done comics at Mohegan Sun with him. Let's give it up for Ryan Murphy.
What up? I know it looks like I just woke up. It's because I just did. I'm just kidding. These are my night school clothes. I like to be cozy in there. Any of you guys go to night school? Nobody, huh? Well, this will be good. Night school is completely different than elementary school or middle school. When you're in middle school, or high school, you don't really have much to complain about because your outside life is pretty good. So you probably just complain about school. When you go to night school, you're with adults. So you got a room full of grown men who are already pissed off about their whole entire day, right? And they're pissed off they're sitting in class at 5 o'clock at night. It's way, way worse. And as it goes for faculty, it's a completely different story. Just actually tonight, the teacher and this guy that's in my class got into an argument. All of a sudden, the guy goes, "Fuck you." I tap the kid next to me because he's my age. I'm like, damn, he's going to get kicked out. It's not what happened. My teacher stood up and he goes, "Fuck me, fuck you. I eat bitches like you for breakfast." And my teacher's a big dude. So I'm getting scared. I'm like, oh, shit. Shit started getting real. But I'm sitting there. I'm so high, I'm actually trying to picture how my teacher's going to eat this guy with a spoon out of a bowl of cereal because I smoke mad weed before I go into class. Obviously, you guys smoke weed here, right? Everybody already said that they do. We're at a comedy show. Have you guys been over there at Dispensary in Leicester yet? It's fucking terrible. It's a complete rip-off, right? So I go over there. I get in a bus. They make you park up the street. You jump in a bus, right? It's crazy. You're in the bus with fucking 10 other people, right? You squeeze like this. Everybody's waiting to get stoned. Fucking all antsy and shit. You get there. You get to the place. You wait in line for about another 4 hours. You finally get into the place, and they'll only sell you a nug the size of your fingernail, right? So I wait all this time. I'm like, all right, give me the rest of what you got. Nope. And you got to pay. Yeah, it's twice as expensive. It's a complete ripoff. But I did meet the smartest guy that I've probably ever met in my whole life at the dispensary. I met the owner. Not the owner of the dispensary, the owner of the grilled cheese stand outside the dispensary. Talk about a fucking innovator. This guy's trailer, his little trailer was sitting on 40-inch rims. He had a big fucking diamond necklace that said cheesy in all capital letters going across his chest. This guy made it. So he inspired me a little bit. I'm like, damn, I want to try to make some money too. So I had an ounce of some dirt pot in my car. So I'm like, sick. I'm going to try to sell some of this weed in line before some of these people get in, maybe make a new customer, you know. So I go to my car, I grab the ounce, I run back in the line, and I see this guy, he's in a collared shirt, he's got a pot leaf on his shirt. I'm like, sweet, this guy gets fucking stoned, he gets high as fuck. Nice. I start walking over to him, say, what's up, pal? I show him my little ounce of weed I got. Said, you want to buy some of this? Everything they got in there is shit, bro. You should just probably buy it off me. Now, what I didn't realize is that logo on his shirt was the same pot leaf logo that was over the door at the dispensary. He was a security guard. He beat the fucking brakes off me. He got the weed for a wicked good deal, too. He got it for free when he took it out of my pocket. I'm fucking out cold on the ground. I don't travel much, but I just actually made a trip to Chicago, a work trip. It was fucking terrible. I've never actually been somewhere where I had to put chapstick on my nose, right? At the Windy City. No lie. There's no way you can do this without looking weird. So I'm in my work truck. I'm hunched over. I'm putting the chapstick on my nose, lathering it on. My whole face is all red from the windburn. And I look over and I see this guy looking at me. And he probably thinks I'm sniffing lines of coke because I keep fucking going down, lathering it on my face. So I hold up the chapstick, right? I hold up the chapstick. I'm like, no, don't worry. It's just chapstick. And he looked at me like, what the fuck is this kid really doing? Looked at me like I had 3 heads. Also, when you go out there, for whatever fucking reason, I don't know, they put the sauce on top of the pizza and the cheese is underneath. It's very fucking strange. In Chicago, they put the sauce on, it's fucking backwards. They put the sauce on top. You can't eat it. It's fucking spilling everywhere. But I guess the Chicago tradition is to, like, when you bring over the deep dish or whatever, you serve the person sitting down, you serve them the first slice. And he came over and he asked me, and he was like, you know, do you want me to serve it to you? And I don't need another guy touching my pizza, serving it, fucking, no. I'll get it myself, tough guy. So I'm sitting there. I shove the little pizza thing, and this is a deep dish, too. These things are like fucking 4 inches thick. I get my thing, the pizza. What do you call that? I don't know what you would call that. No, it's whatever. I get the thing. It wasn't big enough because when I picked the pizza up, it was so heavy, the pizza flipped on the table, sauce down. First ever Chicago pizza experience. But it was sauced down because they put the sauce on top of the pizza. That's why you put the cheese on top, obviously. That's all I got for tonight. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, are you sure you know what 4 inches really is? Listen, big ups for Brian for jumping in and helping us out tonight.
Thank you.
Next up, I'm not really this familiar with this name, so I'm going to guess it's a first-timer. So let's give him a warm welcome for Brian Harpin. All right, maybe it's not a first-timer.
Hello, my name is Brian, and I'm an alcoholic. Wrong meeting. Sorry. But the more you drink, the funnier I do get. So drink up, and don't forget to tip your bartender. All right. So I'm very excited to be here. My parents are here tonight. They raised me. They did a great job with me. I was not the easiest kid to raise. Like many kids in the 90s, I was diagnosed with the ADHD. Anyone else here got the ADHD? All right, one guy, cool. So the thing about ADHD is, like, I wasn't given Ritalin or Adderall as a kid. My father took the holistic approach, and his approach was, sit down, do your work before I get over there and I kick your ass. Woo! And the way that holistic approach works is, if I did not sit down and do my homework, my father was going to come over and put his size 13 steel toe boot up my ass. And he did this every day of my life practically for 9 years, till I was 15 years old. Then he started using my size 13 steel-toe boot to kick my ass. I don't know if anyone's ever been assaulted with their own, footwear, but it's kind of demoralizing. At 2, Doc Martin. Good. It's good to be here. But, yeah, it's a good thing. I look at my notes, forgot what's going. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world today. We got this college scandal thing going on. Y'all been seeing that? Lori Loughlin, Aunt Becky from Full House, paid $500,000 to get her 2 daughters into college. I mean, seriously, isn't white privilege enough? How much more white privilege can you get? I just wanted to give my daughters a head start. Bitch, you're a millionaire. You can't get much more of a head start than that. Besides that, the daughter was a millionaire before college. She doesn't need to go to college. She's all set for life. Oh, my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. Damn, I keep looking at my notes. I mean, if people are outraged that, white people are spending money to get their kids into college, where do they find out about what the student athletes are doing? I got a hunch they're not really going to class. Zion Williamson, star forward for Duke. I want to know what the hell his major is and what the hell he went to class for. Yep. So all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Very tragic what happened in New Zealand. And it's very sad. But, the worst part of all is Facebook is being dominated with the 3 words in this world I can't stand. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. I cannot stand when people say thoughts and prayers. No, they're not. So it's pretty much my thoughts and prayers are with the people of New Zealand. My thoughts and prayers are with the victims of Holland. Dude, shut up. Here's the thing about thoughts and prayers. What is it? What do you do with the thoughts and prayers? What is the prayer? Okay, I'm going to take 30 seconds out of my day to feel really sad about what's going on in the world. But then you got some other crazy stuff. The prayer is pretty self-explanatory, but what do you mean by thoughts? What do we mean by thoughts? Okay, because here's the thoughts I have before the day. Do I have time to jack it before I leave the house today? These are my thoughts. Yes, Mom, your son is kind of a freak, but you shouldn't be surprised. It's springtime, and I hate springtime because this is the time where I have to help my friends move from their crappy apartments to an even crappier apartment. And it's always the 3rd floor. So we're going to move all your crap from the 3rd floor apartment to down the flight of stairs, across town, to another 3rd floor apartment because it's $50 less a month. And here's the thing. All my friends that I have work minimum wage jobs, living paycheck to paycheck. And it's how did you accumulate this much stuff? Why do we have 12 shelving units? Well, they were free. It's yes, junkyards. Everyone loves the junk. Oh, my God. I cannot believe it. My friends are I love my friends, but they do stuff that drives me insane. A group of my friends who said, hey, Brian, we're going to take a cruise to Puerto Rico this weekend. You want to come with? No, I do not want to go to Puerto Rico. They're it's only $1,800. Dude, we're from Rhode Island. I've been looking at Puerto Ricans for free all my life. I like hamburgers. But I don't want to see how they are made. It's it's not about what you can see. You can see things you haven't seen before. I'm like what, a Puerto Rican man that's over 5'9"? That's not worth spending $1,800 for. Thank you. Oh my God, it's no, I do not want to go to Puerto Rico. What, do they have the new and improved Puerto Ricans? Now with an English-only option. Ooh, that's something like that. We got some models going on there. All right, I got one more joke for you, and this one I thought today. And this is for all you astrology freaks. All right, if you get into a fight with someone who was born between June 22nd and July 22nd and you beat them up, you've technically beat a Cancer. All right, my name's Brian Harpin, Wicked Pissa. Thank you for having me tonight.
All right, great job. Next up, you guys were probably wondering why we had a picture of a 12-year-old boy on the poster. Guys, that wasn't me, I swear to God. But that is our next comic, Nick Rossi. a.k.a. Bill Cosby.
How you guys doing tonight? I don't know. That picture's not even me. It's some random person. It's like, this is good. Just going to tell a lot of bad jokes, and then when they see the guy out in the middle of the street randomly like, hey, you sucked the other night. I'm like, what? Oh, what? I wasn't even at that place. I don't know. You think we could turn down the house lights a little bit? Okay, perfect. Great. Because this isn't fucking bright enough. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm at a meeting or something. All right. So I just drove all the way down here from North Adams. If anyone's driven out that way, it's cool. They have signs that are like, "Why are you still driving this far? Is there a fucking point?" I mean, I was on the road for like 3 hours just to get there, and I'm like, wow, I'm still in fucking Massachusetts? Jesus Christ. And if you ever driven down there, it's like all like roller coasty. The roads are like Route 2 just goes around and around these big rocks and these big hills. They had signs that like, beware falling rocks. Kind of feel like that should just say road closed. Fucking joke's not mine, but I put parentheses on that, so I'm going to put my footnote later. Brian Regan. All right, moving on. So on a sad note, my sister, she got into a car accident the other night, and I really felt bad for hitting her. Just trying to cut me off in the driveway. I was like, fuck that. I'm parking by the garage tonight. You get the street. I don't know. But when I was younger, and then it's Nick Rossi, I didn't like having my name Nick when I was a little kid because it was too easily rhymed with everything, especially No Dick Nick was the big thing, or Nicholas Dickolas. The girls in my homeroom class actually came up with a jingle. They're like, hey, look, it's No Dicky Nicky. He's so icky. Don't touch his hands, really sticky. Ah! Oh, it's the last time I played with glue. There we go. She's gonna get that later with her. All right. It's weird. Like I heard that so much after like a year and a half of that, I actually thought I didn't have one. I was like sitting down to pee all the time. Girls asked me to go out. I'm like, all right, cool. I've been practicing scissoring. I think I got it down. Right? It's just okay. Let me do some yoga. All right, let's do this. I don't know where I'm going with that one. All right. That's all right. How you guys doing? That's good. I like it. Yeah, and then after middle school and high school, my nickname went from No Dick Nick to DSL. Some of you might think, ooh, type of internet connection? No, not at all. Dick sucking lips. That's what it was called. Yeah. But I thought it was a type of internet connection. Every time I came into homeroom class, they're like, hey, what's up, DSL? I'm like, through that Wi-Fi. You guys want to come over later? I got the hookup. That joke's all over me. And then the day I actually figured out what that nickname meant was during lunch, during hot dog day. You guys need a visual? I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy my hot dog while I had like 100 people behind me just chanting, DSL, DSL, DSL. I'm like, yeah, screw that Wi-Fi. Who still has dial-up? I don't know. And then it finally hit me what it really meant when they changed the chant from DSL to deep throat that, deep throat that, deep throat that. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, that's not what it means. God damn it. And why is my hot dog covered in mayo? I love it. Thank you, guys. All right. Last time I did that joke, everyone was like, oh. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Yeah, it's made me very negative. I'm a very negative person now. Because I know that some people, you got some people out there that are kind of like I see the cup half full. You got some people out there that see the cup half empty. I'm so negative, I don't even see a fucking cup. I just see an empty table with a water ring stain or where the cup used to be. God, there's my positiveness. Can I get a refill on table 1? Fuck me? Okay, never mind. I mean, I got to the point now where I hope we could pass a law we could clone other humans just because I would clone myself because I know 2 negatives equal a positive. Yeah. I suck times I suck equals I'm awesome. Thank you, high school algebra class. That joke was for the Asian comic. So, it's okay. You guys can laugh with that. I mean, I dated an Asian for a few years in college. Really needed help in science and math. It's weird, though. Like, I would go over her house, meet her parents, and they always called me Round Eye. And it's like, some might think that's racist. I just thought he was very observant. I'm like, oh, yes, and you have very squinty eyes. Okay, we got that covered. Moving on. But I finally figured out why Asian women like white guys. It's because of our name, Caucasian. Two things I really like, cock and Asian. If you don't believe me, go home and Google Bukkake. Hey, that's all my time. My name is Zagrassi. I'm going to be back to your host. Guys, enjoy the rest of the show.
Don't worry, I'll get it fixed. Just for a little protection.
All right, so like I feel like I have to say a joke now because of that. So let me just ask everybody in this room: does anyone still have sex on the first date? Nobody has. Some of you guys are lying. Okay, you're not helping me out. Like, hey, Luis Vasquez back there, do you have sex on the first date?
Whoops.
With consent. So they say 1 in 4 people have HPV. Lewis is definitely one of them because he consented to it, and I'm sure there's a few others that are holding it back. But you know who else has sex on the first date? Robert Kraft. And if anyone's offended that he got a handy, please take a knee. And if anyone wants Colin Kaepernick to come to the Patriots, get on both knees. Our next comic, he's fucking wicked funny. And, if he doesn't make it in the comedy world, I know he can definitely make it in the porn world with his mustache. Warm welcome for Dean Abbott.
No, it's because of the dick. Has anybody ever got caught? You ever in line at like Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Subway, and somebody's on their cell phone? You kind of just peek over their shoulder, see what's going on in their world. No, just me. I'm the only creep in this room. All right. I got caught. I did get caught. This guy was texting while he was peeing at the urinal. And he goes, "Hey, you looking at my phone?" I go, "No." I am not. Has anybody ever dropped their cell phone in the toilet? Yes. While they're taking a selfie? It happened to me once, too, and it sucked because it was still in reverse camera mode. So I got to see my stupid face looking up at me. Doing this. It was the same face I would have made if I was drowning. Then just darkness. They say when you get your phone wet like that, what you got to do is you got to take the phone and put it in a bag of rice. I just don't understand how it's going to get the shit off your phone. The bathroom here is pretty cool. The bathroom here, the men's room at least, it's got those Western bar doors. And then they got the mirror right there, so you get to see yourself look cool. If somebody could find me a cowboy hat, I'll be very happy. That's enough of that. They're playing darts over there. It sounds like somebody just hit a ton 60, so.
Whoops.
Let's give it a round of applause for the Tud 60, everybody! They're like, what the fuck is in that other room? This room's weird. Like, when I first came in here, previous comic, all I heard was them white people, and I'm like, oh, what kind of room is this? The White Eagle, huh? I feel like I should be holding one of those tiki torches right now.
Whoops.
We got sound effects. That's great. Man. What else you got? Did you just close out the wrong window or something? Is that what happened?
Yay!
I wish I had a radio station next to me every time I performed. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm running out of time for you guys. Told you. I've been running a lot. I ran the St. Patrick's 5K at Park Ave. Thank you. I'm not a hero. Because I didn't finish it. It was a race down Park Ave in Worcester. And it was my first time doing it, so I've never done it. And there was a cone at the end of the street. And I'm like, all right, that's the finish line. And they're like, no, you got to turn around and go back. Oh, fuck. So, like, when the race first started, I flew, like, full sprint because I didn't know how long a 5K was. So I'm past, there's like 2,000 runners, and I'm passing all these people like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Boom, boom, boom. So that cone we were talking about, all those runners that I passed, I got to see them while I was running back to the real finish line. And at this time, I'm going, You know what, guys? I'm never going to do an act out again. I think we all learned something tonight. That Dean doing act outs does not work. All right, guys, that's my last 5 seconds. Thanks a lot.
Yay! Gina, I thought like it was Saturday Night Fever. So my next comic up is part of my squad. This is my boy, my homeboy, who is going to bring the funny, and he's going to keep his notes to a minimum. This is my friend, Jeff DeCaro. Come bring it up. Come slay. The squad is taking over.
Thank you, Serenity. Brian, did you say that your parents are here? Yeah. And you did that whole thing in front of them? Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. Jesus. I was in the bathroom at Walmart, and I'm not bragging, it's just where I was. And somebody came in, and they sat down right in the stall next to mine, and the acoustics in a Walmart bathroom are phenomenal. And he was doing some stuff that was, I'm not going to get into details or specifics, but it made it hard to keep jerking off is my point, you know? Still pretty new to this whole comedy thing. Don't really know what I'm doing. My agent tells me that I have to stop calling him my agent. So, I don't know. They're making a Harvey Weinstein biopic. Whose dick am I going to have to suck to get a role in that? You know what I mean? was. Do you guys remember that question? Would you steal a loaf of bread to feed your family? The new one that I heard is, would you go back in time and shoot a baby Hitler? And I said yes. Like a little too soon. Like before they said Hitler. That joke, and somebody came up to me afterwards and they were like, how could you joke about killing a kid? How do you sleep at night? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm definitely logging more hours since I killed my kid. And she says, oh, honestly. And I said, oh, okay, well, honestly, it's lights out by 12:30 with my cum drying on my belly. I had math happen to me in real time recently. I'll explain what I mean. I was watching my dog lick her asshole, following my bliss. And that Tracy Chapman song, Fast Cars, came on the radio. And both things were made better. Like, one thing improved the other and vice versa. It was like a real, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts kind of moment. You know what I mean? Ann Cooter went on Fox News and said that she thinks we should be allowed to shoot the immigrants as they try to cross the border. Yeah. Well, she's a patriot, you guys. What do you want me to say? I don't know. I think if these Republicans really wanted these kids shot, they'd let them in the country and enroll them in our schools. There was a show on TV called To Catch. This isn't a joke. This is more of an observation. And they say comedy is about observations, so this is an observation of mine. There used to be this show called To Catch a Predator, and it was hosted by a guy named Chris Hansen, and he would use the internet to lure these, would-be pedos, pedophiles, back to this trap house where he would, just humiliate them on national television. The only other famous Hansen that I'm aware of is the Mbop Hansen, who were arguably the most fuckable kids. Isn't it? All right. Yeah. Only one microphone. Only one microphone. Okay. Okay. I like your haircut. All right.
Whoops.
So during the 4 years of Catch, we superfans call Catch a Predator Catch. During the 4 years of Catch, there had to be at least one pedo that was talking to Chris Hansen and was like, hey man, guy to guy, I got to tell you, you're the last Hansen I wanted to be locked in a room with. All right, you guys, you know what? That's it for me. My name is Jeff DiCaro. Thank you very much.
Great job from the squad. All right, so listen, if you haven't noticed, there is cards on the tables. We want you to vote for your favorite comics. If you're not sure which one it is, or maybe you don't recognize a 12-year-old boy in the picture, there's pictures up there. We'll help you out. Just make sure you vote. And I got my sister up here. She's my ebony to my ivory, my pepper to my salt, my yin to my yang, my Wanda to Portia, iced tea to Coco. This is my sister in comedy, Latasha Hughes.
Oh, my.
All right, everybody, how you doing? All right. I can't believe this. Give it up for the Wicked Pisser Podcast Chaos Show. Yay! These guys are super awesome. They are comic lovers, and they provide a platform for all of us to do this. Super stoked to be here in the Eagle. I feel like that song should be playing for me somehow. Get your Eagle on. All right. Only in my mind. It's fine. Number one water hole in the city, this is. I'm kind of disappointed. It's just kind of dead as it is. I thought it would be a little bit more. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I need you to not haggle me because I got to do my best here. All right, moving forward. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, so moving forward. I'm back. You like that? That snapback. So Worcester. Not really sure why Worcester has such a bad rap. It's like a real love-hate relationship with the rest of Massachusetts. All right, more hate than love. That's true. It's all right. But I'm feeling like, we're really progressing off of that whole township thing because we just jacked an entire baseball team from Rhode Island. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. I knew the gangster was in the woo. You know what I'm saying? We got street credit now. You know what I'm saying? So we can absolutely say, woo, woo, we're in the city, right? I love it. It's interesting to me, though, because we're just 70% white, so I never really understood the problem. Can't we all just get along? Seriously, it was really tough here growing up brown. I was like, wow, I question my identity all the time. Like, how black am I? I don't know. And I think the most important part was I'm a victim of the MTV, so I'm a little older than some of you guys in here. So it was that whole uprising of West Coast rap and all that going on. So I always felt like my blackness wasn't authentic enough. Like somehow I was being cheated, So I go to local parties, being the only black IP in the pot of rice or social life that was available. Stop making shit up just because I could. But the only problem with that, though, is I never lived in the projects. My parents were homeowners, and we know anything about that. I know, and to make matters worse, we were well-traveled. So I would sometimes come back to home and look around, and it's like, well, I really don't even know that we have projects that really qualify. Because if you have running water, electricity, and complimentary landscaping, I'm sorry, folks, but in New York and Philadelphia, those are luxury apartments, okay? Just saying. Embrace who we are. We're just small-town people living in a big city dream, okay? A little bit about myself. My husband and I have a very non-traditional family. Don't freak out back there. It's not that serious. All I'm saying is we have 5 children, right? That's non-traditional enough. With that, I heard what you said, sir. No, I am not Irish Catholic. I tried to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day, went to the bank and realized it was Sunday and it was closed, and I'm still in foreclosure. So, yeah. I definitely want to talk about kids. Anybody else in here with children besides myself? Yeah, you have kids. Oh, I'm talking to the ladies, though, because we're talking about body wrecks, my friend. Thank you so much, though. He offered it right up. Ladies, we go through a lot, don't we? Absolutely. We're going with our supermodel status at the top of the relationship looking like Tyra Banks. You know it, guys. That's what got you in the bed in the first place. But somehow, magically, we end up looking like Precious. It's all right. After 5 kids, I think the hardest part of my body to recover was the middle section. No matter what I do, it still looks like exposed brain tissue. Like I don't know. SpongeBob SquarePants gone awry. I just can't seem to tighten that up, But it's okay. I mean, you have to just learn how to adjust. So the 2-piece ensemble I used to wear to the beach, before the 5 kids I had to bury. And I just became at peace with a 1-piece. Right? We just make adjustments. Talk about. I just recently had a birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I just turned 45, so that was interesting. But when I went to iParty to gather my party collectibles and decorations, I realized how worthless and insignificant 45 really is. I was in the kids section trying to put my birthday together. Can I get a 4? 4 of an aisle 6. 4. Anybody got a 4? Yes, sold. Can I get a 5? 5. Oh, yeah, way over here in the pet section. Great. This is going to work out. And they were just looking at me like, seriously? Why don't you wait and turn a half a century so we can hook you all the way up? You know, do something significant. 50, 60 retirement parties have full packages with all kind of glitter. Now, you'll just be blinging from start to finish, you know. But yeah, you know, at 45, interesting. I also learned that I still have appeal. Yeah, isn't that interesting? So divorce, 5 kids, and all that later, I can still. But I don't know how I really feel about that. I don't know if I should be insulted or impressed. As it is, I feel like Tina Turner comedy, you know what I mean, with a little Cardi B and Lady Gaga, Hustle for Good Measure. I'm singing. Am I singing? Am I too close? Go back. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Very good, very good. Yeah, so I don't know. I just figured, you know, for now, until I figure it out, I'll just be a private dancer. You know what? Big girls need love, too. That's just the way that's just going to go down. No judgment, no judgment, no judgment. But yeah, I have recently gained 10 pounds over the last 3 days. Lies, 3 months. You looked in the back like, 3 days, girl, what are you doing? I've been trying for 5 years. No, weight just kind of follows me along. I don't have to try that hard. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, though. I mean, normally when my jeans get a little tight, I'll hit the gym. I don't know. I'm not disappointed enough to do anything about it. Kind of in love with my chub. But I really do believe, though, guys, independently, I've been single for so long. My body's cultivating a mate for me, one snack at a time. You never feel alone. Like, kind of lean in, and there's always someone there, you know? So it's obvious that I was alone during the holiday, right, for Valentine's Day. I didn't care because I was on for my second Thanksgiving and my winter Black Friday. You know what that is. Overeating stale chocolate at that 50 to 70% off. Oh, yeah, ladies in here know exactly what I'm talking about. And pay attention because there's a couple guys in here clapping too, so they're not too far behind us. All right. So if you came alone, that doesn't mean you have to leave alone. Just pay attention, okay? But yeah, I did my best because, you know, I am single and I feel like I'm at home. This is my city. You do know that, right? I'm from Worcester. Yeah, absolutely. Give it up. So I went to my local CVS and my best pair of SpongeBob pants. You know the pair. You know you got a pair. The ones that are riddled with holes in all the right places. Just enough to give you a breeze, but not enough to offend the masses. You know what I'm saying? But if you mess around and bend the wrong way, some shit can go down. You know what I mean? You just get your shit and roll out. Got back home, hit my couch with a bottle of wine and stale chocolate, and, well, magic happens. Yeah. There's some skinny people in here. They're looking at me like, what the hell is she talking about? You know? It's fine. That same blank stare that you have for me is the stare I have for you when you come running to my lunch table, starving. Like, seriously? Who does that? You don't wait till you become into a diabetic shape to nourish your body. Eat. I do believe that is my time. I think I only had 7 minutes, so I'm not going to run over. Thank you so much. Were you counting me? Were you counting me? See, I knew it. Yeah, my sister, she just dropped my ass. All right, no further ado, this one here, this next comic coming up is also part of our Misfit Squad. I'm going to give you Mr. Rich Condon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I was driving earlier here to get here, and I realized I've been hating on these certain cars. Like, I just fucking hate them. And it's just one particular car, and I just can't stand it. And it's a Subaru BRZ. And I usually just don't hate cars, but my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend has one, and so now I just fucking hate those things. So, like, I'll be driving and I'll see one, and I'm just like, jerk! Asshole! Fucker! Feel like I fucking driving and I have Tourette's sometimes. It's fucking crazy. So, in other news, this girl texted me, and she told me, she's like, having an open mic this weekend in my bed. So if anybody wants to come to an open mic this weekend, get at me after. Yeah, I know of an open mic. Yeah. So I always used to aspire to be one of those people that has those college name stickers in the back windows of their car. You know those kind of people? You seen them? Anybody? No? Yeah. Well, I always wanted to be one of those people, but I never really got a chance. I'm still working on it. I don't know where this sticker store is or what college I should get, but one of these days, I'll figure that shit out. Oh, my goodness. All right, I got a good one. You guys ready? All right. Is anyone in here gay? Oh, my God. We got a bunch of gays. This is perfect. I love it. So all those people that aren't gay, all those people over here, they're not gay, check yourself. You ever take a shower, wash your butthole out with your finger, you know, like, did it feel good? Like, yeah, you're one finger away from gay. We're right there. There is a thin line, and we're walking on it. So, thank you for that. Thank you. You know, that term ladies first, it really applies nowhere anymore. But, you know, especially driving. Like, driving, no way. It's like, fuck that bitch. I'm fucking getting in here. This is Massachusetts, fuck your blinker. Fuck that shit. So, yeah, this is an open mic, I guess. Is it an open mic? I don't know. It's pretty hard to get in on this list, people. So just know this is an exclusive performance. So, yeah. I give all the previous comics a hand. I'd like to do a shout out, Jeff DeCaro, that vape pen thing. Holy shit. You fucking... you had me ripped from the get-go. It's one of those things. Usually, if somebody asked me, you know, you want to pay $75 to try my treadmill out, I'll be like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. That's a ripoff. But I will legit, like, pay for a 3-month gym membership trial for $75. Go once. Use the treadmill once. And that's it. And, like, I don't know. It's the same thing, but one just feels like a ripoff. I don't know. So, I want to ask how I'm doing on time, but I usually only ask that at the ending part of my showers in the morning before work. Yeah. What are you guys looking at? Stop. It's just weird.
Oh my.
You ready to bring up the next comic? Is my time done? I really like this cushy microphone pad thingy. It's nice. You guys are spoiled, whoever's getting the cushy. Nice.
Yeah, you got to go.
Rich Condon, everybody, give it up. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the police. My next comic coming to the scene is Mr. Ben Basunga. No Ben. Oh, Lord, Father God, Ben's a no-show, Jesus. Yeah, it was that African-American ice. Like our friend was, that African-American. Oh, God. All right, moving right along. I know. Thank you. Like I didn't need enough going on here. Oh, my gosh. That actually made me think of a new bit I started. Anybody in here a smoker? Smokers? Yeah? Fuck all of you. Yeah, you know why? Your asses get an extra 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day break, and you run out in fucking packs. No, I came up with my own shit. Now, you know what? Ben's not here, but I'm going to give you Dorothy. Damn right. Dorothy's my little friend. She's the character I came up with. You know what I mean? Because I'm the girl that sits there and works all the way through. The only time I get is my little 15 and my little 30. And, of course, there's always a supervisor on your ass making sure that's all you're taking. So I decided, well, you know what? I'm going to watch the damn smoking pack. Fuck that. I came in as diligent as usual with a bag of baby carrots. Don't ask no questions. I won't tell any lies. Put my baby carrots in my back pocket. And as soon as I see the signals, they start throwing up gang signs, and all that means is they're getting ready to go to the smoking area. I follow suit. Close my computer down, gear myself up, and I'm ready to go. Todd, where you going? Oh, don't worry about it. She's at the desk. What? My name is Doris, and I'm taking a fresh air break. What are you talking about? You're taking a smoke break, and I'm taking a goddamn fresh air break. Well, you ain't got nothing to smoke. Don't worry about me. I got my own shit. So there I am in the non-smoking area, whipping out my goddamn carrots. Like the Bugs Bunny I was never born to be. At this point, I'm daring the fucking supervisor to say something. Say something. Can't say shit, because she's over there sucking the cancer sticks with everybody else. Damn right. All I'm saying is free breaks, free opportunity for everybody. Fresh air break, cancer stick sucking break. We're all getting another fucking half an hour, 45 minutes off the company time. Your time, my time, we all get paid. Moving forward, who else do I have on here? Thank you guys for putting up with me. That was just something I came up with. My ass. All right, so who do we have here? Matt Thompson, my buddy.
All right. Everybody like my new shoes? Yeah, had to pick these up tonight. So I learned something today. If you step in dog shit, moss is really good to wipe dog shit off your shoes, unless that moss is growing on an older pile of dog shit. So, yeah, and then, so I was at Famous Footwear, and I was getting a new pair of shoes, and I realized that I am this close to my children breaking my spirits, because I was reaching for the New Balances until the very nice salesman came over and told me I was way too pretty to be wearing New Balances. Something my wife hasn't told me in a long time, so I'm happy with it. You know, old people like Brian's parents like to shit on millennials, but really, like, it was them who fucking abandoned us as children. Like, we learned life's lessons from The Simpsons, Grand Theft Auto, and Bill Cosby. And what did you guys expect? The cure for your fucking cancer? Nah. To be completely honest, millennials are much more concerned with curing our herpes than your cancer. It's been a while since I've been on the microphone. This is interesting. So when I was a kid, I really didn't have common sense. I also didn't have a bike helmet, and that's a bad combination for an unsupervised child. So by the time I was like 7, I was sick of getting hurt every time I crashed, and I decided to invent the world's first BMX airbag. And I know what you guys are thinking. That's a pretty ambitious project for a 7-year-old, but I'd been dabbling in Legos and Lincoln Logs for a few years at that point, so I was confident in my engineering skills. So what I did, I took a plastic shopping bag, and I put one handle on each side of my handlebars, and I pedaled up to full speed, and it worked. The bag inflated, and I had my safety cushion. And then as I approached the end of my driveway, I realized really quickly that R&D was over, and it was about to be time for highway safety testing. As I fly out into the street, I also realized that I had a design deficiency. The bag I used was a little bit too big for my really tiny 7-year-old frame, and my vision was completely obstructed. And that's when I smashed headfirst into an oncoming car. Yeah, I don't know what pissed my dad off more that day, how much damage I did to his car, or that I thought any of that was going to work. But the bright news was my parents finally got me that helmet, not because of my safety or any concern for me. It was just because my new teacher said it might help me fit in with my classmates a little bit better. So last summer, I was involved in a little bit of a Me Too incident at work. And here, I'll set the scene for you. It was like a hot, sweaty, nasty day, and my balls were so itchy. And I was just like, I looked left and looked right, and the coast was clear, and I just went to work. And I was, ugh. And that's when a woman I work with came around the corner, and she stopped dead in her tracks, and she just stared at me. So to break the silence, I was like, I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry, it's so hot, my balls were so itchy. And she goes, ugh, me too. So my wife's birthday is coming up in like 3 weeks, I think. I know the date. Don't get me that fucked up. But I really don't have a good track record with getting her gifts, and so I'm a little bit worried about it because our marriage is kind of shaky as it is. So, for example, the first Christmas that we were together, I decided I wanted to get her the perfect gift because Christmas is her favorite day of the year. So I went out and I was really trying to find the perfect thing, and then my brain somehow ended up purchasing a vacuum cleaner and bringing that home. When she opened it, she was not very happy. It was not a jolly Christmas. But it was cool for me because I had a nice clean spot on the floor to sleep for a couple weeks, and I was all right with it. So year two, I needed to make it up to her. I decided to take that chore off of her plate. And I went out and I got a present for her as well. And her dad let her watch The Terminator when she was like 6 years old. That was way too young, I think. And turns out she's afraid of robots in all shapes and sizes. And the Roomba was a really terrible idea. And also, I really didn't like that one as much as the regular vacuum either, because she realized she could set the thing to go off at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it used to keep bumping into my head and waking me up. So year 3, I was like, all right, this is my last chance before the divorce, I guess. And I went and, after our kids were born, things kind of got out of control around the house. We just didn't have a lot of time. And so I decided to get her a present that would help her be able to take care of things a little bit more. No, it wasn't a vacuum. But so Christmas Day, I bring her down to the garage, and I showed her her brand new elliptical machine. And like many of you guys here, she was wondering why I would get her an elliptical machine for a gift. And I just simply said, time is limited. I figured if you have this here, you won't have to go to the gym anymore. And so she decided that was the time to start working out again. And after an hour of cardio kickboxing, I realized that the helmet did no good because she put in a lot of body blows that day. All right, guys, thank you. That was my time.
Thank you. Give it up for Matt Thompson. I hope you guys learned something there, all right? We do a lot more than cleaning, so don't come home with a goddamn vacuum. That gives you what is that? The doghouse time? Is that what that's called? Living in the doghouse? She was very kind to you, Matt. She put you on the floor in the living room. That's very good. Back up again? Oh, Lord. I don't know. What is my problem? I don't know.
She likes to be close to the audience. I think that's what it is.
I want to be close to you. Yeah. All right, so we have a new friend here. Jared Siegel, first time on the mic, so be super, super kind. Hello. Rock it out.
How you doing, family? Hey, I'm glad I got to last tonight because I got a lot of things to say. So first of all, I'm going to keep it real with you. I heard there were 3 prizes tonight. I don't know if any of y'all ever lived at the Pip Shelter down on Jake Street. Well, that's where I'm at. I'm leaving with one of those prizes, so one of those is coming with me, just so you know. To the Asian, is he still in the room? What's up, Playboy? You killed it. Hey, let me just tell you one thing, and I'm just saying this because I love dick. If you ain't fucking a bitch to sleep, it don't matter how much money you have. If she ain't staying. I still love you, though. I still love you, though. You know what? I'm gonna be real honest too. I've had my own struggles in life. You know what? Homelessness, addiction, AA. I'm doing a lot better now though. AA, NA. I got a sponsor. I got a car. So if anybody needs a ride after this to cop, just meet me out in the parking lot. I got you. I got an ill connect. Hit me up. I'm Jared. It's good to be here.
Careful with that ride home, bro. People might want to start moving in with you. You're in the woo. I'm just saying. That street credit's real. That's real. I mean, all right. Wow, if she ain't staying, huh? If you ain't, wow. There's a song for that. Want to hear about it? Here it go. All right, next up is my buddy, seasoned comic. It's been super helpful for me as a new comic. Always there for advice. And he'll actually be doing a show with me later on next month, Players Club. Mr. Louis Velasquez. Yay! Check it up. Woo, woo, woo.
Look at him. He's Hollywood now. He needs a big run-in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I especially want to thank the bar for all that free music that we're getting. They're awesome. They're awesome. I was back there, and they're doing competitive darts. Christ, how unathletic do you have to be to compete at darts? It was super competitive. They had a line. This chick was like leaning forward, like just trying to get an advantage. She was using her tits as counterweights. It was a sight to behold. I couldn't stop looking. Guys, I haven't been having a good day because all day long I've been with this problem that last night my wife was all passive-aggressive, and she said that I was whack in bed. And she could have just said she wanted to fuck. I mean, she didn't have to just assault me that way. But that's just the way she does it. She does that shit all the time. Like, I'm too old to be insulted and having my manhood fucking... All right. This was funnier in my head. But here's you know, the problem is that she's still at that point where she's going to say something like that and expect me to be like, I'm not whack, and then just, like, go after her and shit. She could just say, I want to have sex. You know what I mean? Because anytime she says I'm whack, I have to prove myself, and then it's just nothing but complaints, you know, like, don't bite those. Stop pinching that. Get that gun out of my face. Like, we don't need codes, right, fellas? We're predetermined. It's like you could just look at us and we're ready. We're ready to go. We don't need codes. There's women that need the codes. That just don't do that. I like straight up women, right? The last woman that was aggressive with me, that was amazing. Like I remember I stood over her house one night, and next morning I was getting up to go to work, and out of nowhere she just grabbed me by the back of my head and put a knife to my throat. And it was crazy because she was a midget. I was like, how the hell are you doing that? I'm standing up. How is she doing this? She was magical. It was like a leprechaun strength. It was crazy because she was just like, listen here, motherfucker. I'm just glad Josh isn't here for this one. I always feel funny doing midget jokes. The first time I met Josh, I'm going to side note this because this is going awful. First time I did a midget joke, Josh had a spiky mohawk, and he was dressed like the smallest guy from the Hells Angels ever. And he just slow crawled his wheelchair into the place. I was like, I don't know why I felt afraid because I could just easily just step back and kick his chair. Look, they want equal opportunity. They can get kicked over like everybody else. I mean, that's all I'm saying. So anyway, back to this story that's obviously going nowhere. So she had that knife to my throat. And she was like, listen here. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get home. You're going to get here at 5:52. Not 5:51, not 5:53, 5:52. And when you do, I'm going to fucking blow your socks off. I'm going to destroy everything you got down here. And, not for nothing, ladies, if you do that to any man in this room, they're going to tell you exactly what I'm going to tell you. That shit is awesome. That shit is amazing. I'm going to tell you right now, if you ever threaten your man with physical violence and then treat him to a fucking sexcapade at the end of the day, he's not going to work that whole day. I was not working. I had my mind just like, oh, my God, just staring at the clock like, God damn it, it's 5:47, I should get going. And she did, you know what I'm saying? She broke me down. Whew. At the end of the night, I was like, ow, stop touching that. Ow, stop biting those. That gun better be loaded. It was, too. She was like, don't worry, bitch, I got you. All right. I think I had this story was longer in my head. Let's see. Let's talk about competitive darts for a second. Seriously, there's not a softball league around or nothing. It's just something that requires them to move. They were really serious back there. And there's women doing it, which is great. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about right for this. I'd like to thank this venue for all the free air conditioning. It is cold as fuck in here. It was 100 degrees. All right, this set's gonna make it even colder. So I'm gonna turn it over to your lovely host, Miss Latasha Hughes. Thank you, guys.
Yay! All right, get up for Luis Velasquez. All right, coming to the mic is another one of our Misfit comics, Mr. Ian Matthew Sargent. Give it up.
You want your traditional intro, Ian? You want your traditional intro?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thank you. That's quite all right.
He's become refined.
Zach Hansen here, all grown up. Bop. Arguably the most fuckable adult. Agree to disagree. Anyway. Prostitution, pussy, politics, penis, Pangea. Just making sure everyone's paying attention out there. If you're really paying attention, you heard Pangea at the end there. Huh. Nobody knows what the fuck that means. Anybody? Bueller? Huh? Ding, ding, ding. We got a parting gift after for ya. No, we don't. So, Alex Trebek, huh? Nothing, huh? I'll take cancer for 200, please. Tonight's Daily Double. What kind of cancer does he have? What is pancreatic cancer is the answer. You might say that his life is in jeopardy. And he might be done, 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 done. Oh, God, I hope he pulls through. Now, if the government has a secret hidden vault somewhere with a cure for cancer, now's the fucking time. Come on, Trump, do something good for once. Good Lord. On a lighter note, you ever notice that Jimmy Fallon's laugh looks a lot like Ray Charles singing? A man named Walter Summerford. This man was a British officer. This man was struck by lightning. Not once, not twice, not 3 times a lady, but 4 fucking times. The first time he was riding a horse and galloping. Hi-ho, Silver! Away! Struck by lightning, thrown from his horse, paralyzed from the waist down. He recovers. He moves to Canada. He is fishing. Struck by lightning again. Whole right side of his body is paralyzed. Miraculously recovers again. Enjoys the rest of his life walking, taking a scenic stroll through the fucking park, minding his own business. He gets struck again by fucking lightning. This time he's bedridden for a few more years. He dies. So, you're wondering, he's dead. Where's the 4th? 4 years after his death, after he's buried, lying in his gravestone is struck by lightning. I'm wondering if God was trying to bring him back to life. And he's just down in his casket, scratching away like, oh my God, this is fucking worse than being struck by lightning. I can't breathe. I just can't breathe. I can't breathe. Had a random thought the other day, as we sometimes do. I thought maybe I'll get a face tattoo. And then I'd really have to face the fucking consequences. Oh. And I'd have to become a rapper. And that's just weird because I'm white. But I do have a little rap for you. It's about marijuana. Ah, shit! Y'all know me, the Sour D. Fuck you up, most definitely. I'm the weed with the most THC. Make it so you can barely see. Make it so you want to retire. Nothing gets you high, higher. So be polite. Pass that shit to the right. This fucking weed is out of sight. Call me a liar. I'll set your motherfucking pants on fire. Fire, fire. Thank you, White Eagle. One more thing. Audience, it's my very first time doing comedy at the White Eagle here. It's okay, baby. I'll go easy on ya. Like a virgin, touched for the very first time. Whoa! Looks like I'm finished.
Well,
Thank
I don't
you.
believe anyone else had a problem hearing him this evening. That's for damn sure.
Oh boy, that's my.
I was just waiting for him to get on the floor, weren't you?
Yeah, no, that's like he has to do that. Like,
Yeah,
that's like
at
his
least
thing.
once a performance.
That's right. Whenever there's a new stage, he has to do the virgin thing, okay? So, yeah, give it up for Ian Matthews Sargent.
Yeah, thank God
And
they
I'm going
cleaned
to
the
move
floor.
my
there.
way to the back, okay? Because I'm not supposed to be up front, okay? So, yes, I got Mr. Cash on. Excuse me, yes? Have things gone right? I haven't seen him, so that's not going to happen. No, he already went up. Flannel. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Woo! Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Okay. So, all right, guys, without further ado, another one of the comedy brothers here, Rockstar in Worcester. Oh, my gosh, can't say enough for my friend he is. He's really ripping it up in all the club comedies here in Worcester. He's got a show coming up, too, so if you haven't got tickets for, what is it, Cash, the 24th? That 9 o'clock show could potentially have tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow night. Not the 24th, my friends, but the 22nd. All right? I'm pimping you out like the brother that you are, all right? So I love you so much. The 21st. I'm brown. I don't know what the hell goes down.
Oh,
Listen,
my.
correct me at every moment. My hair is big and my brain is small. I don't know at all. All right. I love you so much. Mr. Jimmy Cash.
Thank you. Good to be here. All right, yeah. What's up, everybody? How's it going tonight? Good? Yeah, still hanging in there, having a good time? You ever get personally offended when a cashier checks your money to see if that shit's real? Like, you think I'm trying to con you out of the 6-inch Italian BMT Subway? This happened at Subway. I'm going through the line. The dude takes my money. Not a $100 bill. Not a $50 bill. A $20 bill. Runs his marker over it. Then holds it up to the light. Starts examining it. So I got pissed. I grabbed a piece of ham out of the sandwich. I was like, is this real fucking ham? How about I hold it up to the light? Because I don't think it's really from the Black fucking Forest. Where is the Black Forest anyway? Does anyone know where that shit is? Is that real? Sounds fictitious to me. You know? I don't know if it's real or not, but Subway's whole slogan is eat fresh, so are we supposed to believe they're getting their ham imported from the Black Forest? They got some sort of hog hunters out there importing Black Forest ham? I think the only hog hunters that Subway had is locked up behind bars right now. Right? He was more of a piglet hunter, though. I don't know. It's crazy. Guys, I've been sober for like 16 years. And, no, I'm still kind of a piece of shit, so hold the applause. But I'm real jealous that I missed out on the whole weed legalization movement. I quit all that stuff before all that shit happened, you know. My sponsor told me no mind-altering substances at all. My sponsor, the district attorney. Nothing. Can't do anything. So, you know, and then my buddy was like, yo, you should try CBD. It's good for, like, everything. Headaches, fucking anxiety. And I was like, no, I can't get high. He's like, no, CBD doesn't get you high, man. He was like, just take it. It works on, you know, all sorts of ailments. It's like, you got to promise me I won't get high, you know. I'm scared of that. So I took it. You know, I took a little squeeze of the vial of CBD oil, and 10 minutes go by, and I'm like, low-key, I'm like, when the fuck is this shit gonna kick in? Did I get fucking beat, dude? Anyway, CBD oil, I don't know. I think CBD is like the cryptocurrency of the drug game. It's like, there's some cool science behind it, but no one's really fucking with it. It's not getting you high, so fuck it, right? Guys, my only chance of like ever drinking or doing drugs again is a free lapse. And that's an unintentional slip in sobriety. It's like not premeditated, it's not planned. Like if someone threw a 8-ball of cocaine at my face and I just kind of gasped in disbelief, and I'm going to buy a pack of butts and make a night out of it, Yeah. That's my only hope, But I know I can't relapse. Like, I know I always take things too far. Like, I'm such an alkie. Like, even when I dream about drinking, I wet the bed. I once dreamt that I smoked crack, and I woke up with a hooker and the Vice Squad at my front door. Actually, that wasn't a dream. I wasn't smoking crack. The hooker was, so. What's that? No? Yeah. So, yeah, my parents were drug addicts, too. My dad was a drug addict. I was conceived in a woman's halfway house here in Worcester, and it was all woman's halfway house. I was the first male graduate by default, straight out of the womb, I knew my dad loved me, but he loved drugs just a little bit more because I was the only dope that he actually shot out. It's confusing growing up with parents as drug addicts because, they love you, but they do things to hurt you too. Like, my parents, they got me a bike, then a couple weeks later, they jumped me for it. Someone tried to call me out on that. They were like, I don't believe you. And then I had to think about it, and I was like, yeah, my parents never bought me a bike. My grandparents bought me that fucking bike. But, yeah, I'll finish up here. Am I going over time? What's up? Yeah? Last thing. Yeah, when I was growing up, one time I was outside my grandparents' house. I lived with my grandparents when I was younger. And my dad just showed up in the yard out of nowhere. He was like, hey, Jimmy, you got any money? And I was like, yeah, I just made $80. I just had my first communion. He was like, oh, I need $80 for gas. So I gave it to him. And it wasn't until I was 16 filling up my tank for the first time. I was like, $80 is a lot for fucking gas. Especially since he was on foot. All right, thanks, guys. That's my time.
Give it up for Jimmy Cash. All right, so just to fix those dates, guys. So his show, the first show is sold out for tomorrow, but there are tickets available for that 9 o'clock show, okay, so you want to check that out. I do believe it's at the Attic. All right, my last but not least is our special feature. This young lady is kind of new on the scene of comedy, but she's been ripping it up every time she touches the mic. She's won Wicked Pissa Comedy Podcast a few times, first and second place, all over the place. Only second twice. All right, corrections are necessary. All right, I don't want to overspeak, darling. Thank you. But I want you to give it up for Miss Antoinetta.
I'm not dancing, just letting you know. I'm not dancing. Nobody wants to see me dance.
That's why I played that.
Nobody wants to see me dance.
Shake it till you break something.
Mm-hmm. I'm so happy to be here tonight. Everybody give it up to the Wicked Pissa Show podcast. Always giving us a place to tell our jokes, especially me. Don't believe everything she says. I hope your standards aren't high tonight. I only got this spot because no one wanted to be last. That's just the honest truth to it. Yeah, so I'm 37 years old, and I'm married. I've been with the same man for 22 long years. And, And I'm really, he's a really strong man, and I'm so happy he survived it. And, because I didn't think he had that kind of fight in him when I was smothering him with the pillow. Hey, what can you do? Practice makes perfect. Third time's a charm. Never give up on your dreams. That kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, but I am lucky because I'm married to a very sexy Puerto Rican man, and you know it. Yeah, look, one Puerto Rican left in the back because the 4 I was relying on at that table left before I had a chance to tell my jokes tonight. I was so depressed. But yeah. So, and you know what they say about Puerto Rican men is very true, right, Louis? They put adobo on everything. They really do. They put it on absolutely everything. It's not a stereotype. It's so true. That's why he's nodding his head back there. But and no, but seriously, there's a lot of stereotypes about Puerto Rican men that aren't true. Like some lady told me, they're really controlling. Like I don't understand that because I can do whatever I want, especially when I ask his permission. Yeah, he lets me do whatever I want. Yeah, as long as I beg hard enough. And no, but seriously. And he has to deal with a lot of stuff as a Puerto Rican man. We live in like a really nice, quiet, and quaint neighborhood. And he's always so upset. He'll come inside and he's like, babe, why do they think I'm Mexican? I don't know. Maybe because you mow the lawn wearing a fake mustache and a sombrero. You're not really ending the stigma. You know what I mean? But, yeah, poor guy. I feel bad for him, though, because he can't stand in a Home Depot parking lot for more than 3 minutes before some guy, Bill, in a truck, Ford truck, comes up to him and offers him a job under the table. You know what I mean? He's like, happy little Mexican nariva! And then I has me looking around the parking lot for my husband, and I spot him helping him put 2x4s into his pickup. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? The guy's like, relax, lady. He's legal. I know. He's fucking Puerto Rican. Bill's like, tomato. Some people just can't tell the difference between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. But, yeah. But, one stereotype about them is very, very true. They're really perverted. They're always horny. And, when the kids go to bed at night, he just walks around with his dick out. Oh, look at me. And you know what's coming next. I tell him I have a headache, and he gives me Tylenol, and I can't get out of it. And, except for this one time, he really impressed me. He said, come over here, babe. Look at this. He opened up the pantry door. He was like, watch this shit. Closed the pantry door with his dick so hard, the painting fell off the wall. I was impressed. I was like, come over here. Let me kiss it. Come here. Let me kiss it. Mwah, mwah. I was like, is that adobo that I taste? What the fuck? Listen, on dicks? Why dicks? They're already salty. Dicks are already salty. And he fills me up enough to know I don't need the extra MSG. You know what I mean? He just doesn't fucking understand me at all. He doesn't get me. But, no, all penis tricks aside, I'm glad I'm not a man because, men have to deal with a lot of really fucked up shit like prostate exams, And I was going to say to the men who are 50 plus in the audience that you're traumatized and experiencing PTSD, but you're the only one here, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Listen, everyone, all you laughing in the back, under 50, fuck you. You're going to need one eventually. You know what I mean? It's really nice. Oh, let me tell you. You've had one before? Oh!
Did you turn that off? Right there, underneath the little switch there. The little switch just...
Hello?
Go.
I'm back on. I
You're
know,
good
seriously.
to go.
Way to ruin the end of my set, Serenity. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, but seriously. So my husband's not there yet. He's going to be 43 in May. He has 7 years to go. But when he is due, I'm going to be the one who picks the doctor because I have my own special requirements. You know what I mean? Like, there's 2 special requirements. One, he has to have the biggest fucking hands you ever seen in your life. They have to be huge. You know what I mean? Oh, mister, it doesn't hurt. It's all in your brain. Breathe in, breathe out. Like, welcome to my world. You know what I mean? Yes, it does, first of all. And the doctor has to have really cheap exam gloves, the ones that break on impact, you know what I mean? And just in case he doesn't, I always carry one with me. Now, ladies, you use your bra. We put things in our bra. But I want to show you as an example. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm taking this shit seriously. I don't even care about the vinyl. You know what I mean? He's going to have this kind of glove. He's going to put it on, and he's just going to be like, come on, let's do it. You know what I mean? Right on impact. Why use one finger, 2, 3, whatever? Be courageous. You know what I mean? But I know there's not really a lot of ladies here tonight, so no one's going to really associate anything with these jokes. Jesus, my goodness. But what I was going to say was that we do use our bra as a purse. We carry everything in it. Like, for an example, I'll show you. I'm not even kidding. I have a lot in here, by the way.
Oh, my.
You stop it. You stop it, sir. I have debit card. We already know we need to survive with that. We have chapstick, Puerto Rican chapstick. It's Carmex. Every Puerto Rican will have this chapstick on them at all moments in their life. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? And if you're big, oh yeah, if you're big-breasted, you end up with snacks in your bra. I'm going to save them for later. It's not a big deal. I do it all the time. You know what I mean? My husband's always so impressed, though, with, like, how much I could fit in here. He helped me tonight. He's fucking like, are you serious? Oh, yeah. Well, fucking obviously he helped me. Fucking obviously. I mean, come on. I'm glad that's over because this was painful, man. This was rubbing on at least one of my 3 nipples. It was very fucking uncomfortable. It really was. But, it's crazy because being a man is so difficult. You have to worry about genitals and your issues and, not like I Googled images of dick and balls on a Wednesday night when everyone's sleeping. I would never, ever do that. Never. Except for this one time when I did. This one time. I had to do it. You know what I mean? And this guy's balls, they were so bumpy. It was almost like he dipped them in an egg wash and then kind of rolled them around in seeds. You know what I mean? Like, if he grazed his balls on my face, I'd be covered in pigeons like the bird lady from Mary Poppins. It's fucking ridiculous. It was weird. And, there's some men who have really large testicles, too. Like, one dude, it's like, I know for a fact you piss on your balls at a urinal. There's no fucking way. You definitely do. You know what I mean? And poor guy, he can't cure it. He has big balls. What can he do about it? So he's trying to pee. The urine's trickling down his testicle. It reaches his fucking taint. Now he's really frustrated. You know what I mean? So he just bends over because he's like, oh, gravity. But his balls are so big, they're like butternut squash. He can't fucking help it. You know what I mean? And the oddly shaped type from Price Right, because you don't find butternut squash shaped like that at Wegmans. You just don't. It's in the clearance bin with the rest of the food, fucked up fruit and vegetables there. It just is. But, it's like I equate dick and balls with food. And it's a fetish. I Googled it for sure. And it's not like I would just randomly want his balls on my dinner, but sometimes I ask him to put it on there, you know what I mean? But I'm real gentle, and I use a spork. I'm not trying to cut into his vast deference. For anyone who's wondering what that is, it's the line that brings the yogurt out of the slinger, you know what I mean? The baby gravy, penis porridge, whatever. We all have names for it, no problem, you know what I mean? And, I do hear that if ingested, it has nutritional value, so to any of the ladies here, you willing to give it a shot? I know it doesn't taste so good all the time, but, you just sprinkle a little adobo on it, right? Serenity, you already there. My God. Took my joke away. Thank you. That's my time. Thanks. Bye.
Nice. I was waiting to see what was coming out of that bra next myself. There you go. That's you.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
I'm just going to blame you.
All right, so that was the show. Thanks, guys.
And
for
here
coming
comes the
out.
most
We appreciate
organized
it.
part of the show.
Awesome.
So I will be walking around and collecting any votes you guys may have for the comics tonight. It'll only take a minute. We already have kind of a game plan from talking to other comics and the people tonight. So thank you again for coming out to another Wicked Pista Show Comedy Chaos event. Give us a couple of minutes until we announce the winners. Thanks.
Hey, much appreciate everyone coming out. It's a new venue for us, so, a little loud. We didn't realize it was going to be dark night. But it worked well through the noise and whatnot. It was a bit of a different venue for us compared to some of the other places we've been to.
I got to say, the one person that we could absolutely hear was Ian Matthew Sargent.
Yeah.
Didn't have a problem with him at all.
Yeah. But a shout-out to the many of the newbies that joined us tonight. Taisha, Jimmy Cash, Ryan Murphy, Nick Rossi, and I know there's a couple others.
Wait a minute. What's the name of the guy who brought his own designated driver? His parents there?
Oh, yeah, Brian Harpin.
Brian, okay.
Brian, thank you, man.
That's pretty
was
good.
great.
You brought your own designated driver. That's good. All right.
Jeff DeCaro.
Otherwise, you're driving them home. That's okay, too.
Yeah, everyone else for being returning tonight. We had a couple of no-shows, but we did a couple people we knew weren't going to come. They couldn't make it last minute.
You didn't tell me.
But we do appreciate a lot of the people that came and the last-minute sign-ups. Also a special note. We haven't tallied everything up yet. I'm just going off the cuff, and I think Byron will agree with me. Ian Matthew Sargent was a strong delivery, a little different than what we normally expect from him.
I would say the French tips, and then on top of that, the work boots with all the laces.
Yeah.
It's like a good, hour and a half to get ready, right?
Right.
Taisha, thank you for joining the Wicked Pistol Show. Family, I appreciate you taking the trek out from Boston. I know it was a hike. I know you were a sleepy girl, but
great.
You want that? No, can I have that for another show? I need that. Don't take it. Yes.
Oh,
because I use that. Please come
that.
back and do another show with us. Please, please, please. All right. Like our page, Wicked Pistol Show Podcast on Facebook.
We're on
Thank you very much.
Spreaker.com.
All right, guys, I am
Thank you very
ready
much.
to announce the winners of the night.
You're ready, but everybody else is going out for a cigarette. Do we want to play a song and
Oh,
then
wait.
come
Are
back?
people going out for a cigarette? No. Did half our show just walk out of the room?
A couple did, but not many. Yeah, a few did.
Let me play a song, and then once we come back.
All right, you know what? Girl got to pee, so girl can go pee. You can smoke, and let's do our thing.
All right, come back. We do have 4 people to announce, so if you do come back, it'd be great.
All right, this is Power Glide with one good
All
lick.
right.
You're listening to the Wicked Pistol Show.
I see it most every single day in magazines, in every display. You know I like it. You know I like it hot. And when it's time, you know I'll never stop. Every time that she comes around, I like to watch her when she's going down. And every time, you know I'm gonna watch, 'cause I'll take it, 'cause I'll take a lot.
right, folks, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to bring up the Patty Cakes back to announce the winners, the top placers. Also, do want to give a shout out to everyone that came. It was a great show. As always, very competitive. We got quite a few people.
People
always,
ready to beat themselves or beat the
it's
shit
tough to
out of
come up with
somebody.
A final, I guess the cream of the crop. When
Yeah,
the
and
entire
everybody's
crop is
outside
great.
smoking up.
What are you guys talking about?
We're
You.
just saying that we're about to come back and talk
You're
about
always
the
talking
pop.
about me because I'm hot shit.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at one. But we're just saying, just giving a shout out to everyone. It was a very great crew all together. The lineup was awesome. And
This has been the quickest show we've ever done.
it was the quickest. I mean, we did have, one or two no-shows?
We were 15 minutes
three
late start.
no-shows.
3 no-shows.
We still
Okay.
have-
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yes,
And we're not going to call them out, but we're just glad whoever did show up showed up. We know the venue is a little different. Also, the time of year is a little different. Some of our people are on vacation. Yeah. So it's just a time of year. People are on vacation, unavailable, as well as a different venue. Normally, we're batting off the people who sign up for it. We usually get over 20 for every show. But we kind of knew this was going to be a little different for us. So we'll see what comes back for April. April, looking at a couple of different venues. We don't have anything solid yet. We'll let you know as soon as we do.
You need to make sure you tell me where to go.
Okay.
Because I never know where to go.
Yeah.
All right, now in the meantime, we are tabulating our votes with some extremely scientific ways of tabulating votes.
Yeah, very, very scientific, deep, high technology involved and all that, right?
Millions of dollars have come down to this one
For these
moment right here.
calculations, yeah. So I think by the time I come back from taking a leak, we'll be ready for that.
I already did.
Okay. And your
There's
pants
a
again?
cup in the side. It's okay.
Oh,
I'm
all
good.
right. We'll be right back.
All right. So we are the Wicked Pistol Show. We also want you to say hello to some. Oh, you're going to go out and rip one? Okay. Put another lung rocket in there, kid. Apparently he's going to go in there and see what he looks like with a cowboy hat on in the old restrooms. The musicians that we played live tonight, we've had Heart Number 9, which is a band out of Worcester. They're not playing so much anymore, but we still play their music. They're really good and could probably put out an album, like a real one. We've also
All right,
listened
we need to get
Power. Excuse me.
The comics are outside chit-chatting a little bit too much out there.
Excuse me, I was talking here.
I'm sorry I'm biting on your words.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean,
B?
there's also...
Lord Byron.
That's right. Shake your ass when you do it.
But he goes by Lord Byron for sure.
Now, the other band that we played was Powerglide. They're a band out of Chicago that are sister show, brother show, whatever the hell it is. We're one of the first four founding families of internet radio.
The founding families.
It's
so
the Black Dog
on our
radio
podcast
show.
platform that we do called the Wicked Pistol Show podcast on Spreaker.com, there are other shows that we kind of partner with that we actually traveled out to Chicago to do a mutual broadcast with. The Caramel Conservative, the Black Dog Radio Show, Huber Experience. I jumped aboard a little later in the scene. These guys already had a girl. That girl left, and they got a better girl.
She brought snacks, so it was
Yes,
okay. She
yes.
could show up.
Oh, boy.
I bring a little bit more than snacks.
All right. Glad people are coming.
Patty
back.
Cakes is backing that up.
As I get pushed
I know.
aside.
You go outside and go get everybody.
I think
All right,
everybody.
so wait a
most
minute.
people are back.
We got to thank our extra special headliner tonight.
Antonetta!
Antonetta.
Hello! The Adobo Queen!
Bringing out the adobo.
You know what? I
running the
just
boobs.
recently bought adobo for the house just because of you, babe. I made black beans and rice.
I was going to ask you for a little bit of
Fucking
that
the
action
bomb
there,
with,
but
like, peppers and
yeah,
onions.
hey, you know.
Hey,
God, dude,
I made
gotta
black
give it a
beans
try.
and rice.
Yes, you did. It was fucking great.
Yeah. I was inspired by our girl. should I? Do we have anybody?
I think we're waiting for Dean to come back.
And
Dean.
all right.
Yeah.
We have a few
Serenity's
others.
out there
Serenity
ripping
and
butts
Dean.
with everybody. Why don't you, Patty Cakes, why don't you go out there and stir some shit up
Serenity.
outside?
All right, I'll be back in 2.2.
Yeah, two and
Serenity
two,
and
just
Dean, come
like,
back.
what's this fuck?
Dean Abbott, you're being called. Thank you.
Dean Abbott, clean up aisle 3. Sorry, dude. It slipped out.
Yeah. It went well. Yeah.
I showed up one time at his work.
Very
I don't even think he knew who the hell I was. I went, hey, and of course,
Whatever.
they're all trained there to go, hey, good day, how are you?
All right. And Patty Cakes has vanished. She has the
Well, I told her to
magic
go outside. That was
final
my
list.
mistake. She's got the list, right?
Yeah. Patty Cakes. Patty Cakes. Everyone's here. Patty.
Yeah,
went.
failure again.
She went by 2.2.
Yeah, 2.2.
But I will give, I don't have, she has the order.
Yeah, but if anybody's smoking weed out there right now,
Yeah, I
she's
gotta give
gone.
a shout out to all the strong folks. Everyone was strong. I mean, it was a great show, very funny. Had a lot of people checking us out on Facebook Live, and you'll be able to. Anybody here will be able to go back to that and see it. Video worked perfectly tonight, which was nice. And
No, it
you'll
never
be able
works
to check out
perfectly.
yourself and watch your performance as well.
Mumble, mumble, mumble.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so shout out to everybody, Taisha Thompson, Jonathan Ty, Ryan Murphy, Brian Harpin, and because apparently Cot Noir is too difficult to pronounce, Nick Rossi, Dean Abbott.
That was a tough one.
Jeff DeCaro, Luis Vasquez. I just say that smooth. What else we got? Rich Condon joining us at last minute. Thank you. Matt Thompson, Jimmy Cash. Thank you very much for coming out, Jimmy.
All right, so
as well
I
as
have to
Ian
interrupt
Matthews
for a second.
Sargent.
There might be a $30 cleanup fee, so if it's greatly appreciated for anyone and everyone to take their shit to the bar, please. I would greatly appreciate that because, yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but I'm gonna take it as for fucking real
No, it's for real, probably.
We'll take it as a joke.
because it was just mentioned to me. So
But no, but it's a simple gesture to clean up after yourself.
for sure,
They
sure.
let us use
All right,
this
so
venue.
I didn't find anyone outside. So I don't know what's what,
the
and
list.
who's who.
Well, let's
So
go with
hey,
what we've got.
if they're not here, do we move on to the next one?
Well, you got a couple here, right? So yeah, go with what you got, and when they come in, we'll take care of
Thanks,
it.
babe. All right, so
Let's start. What's your list?
I lost my list.
Right there.
All right. All right, so honorable mention from one of our sponsors of our show, Sunny Dog. Hold on.
I don't. It sounds silly, but Sunny
Shit,
Dog.
Those fucking vodka cranberries are kicking in right now.
Anybody uses a computer or office chair, are gonna love these
All right,
things.
so this is one of our sponsors of our show. This is Sunny Dog
SUNNIE
Rollerblade
Dog.
Office Chair Wheels. SUNNIEDOG. And
.com.
actually, these things are smooth as F. So the winner of this prize is
You can roll right over a
And
cat's
those are
tail
a
with that thing and
$35
not have
value.
a problem.
yes, value $35. Brian Harpin.
Hey now. It's the
Thank
guy
you.
who brought
Woo!
his
Oh,
own
take a picture. Someone take a
designated
picture.
drivers.
That's all right.
Now,
I got
Brian,
a screensaver.
Brian, do you have a computer chair to use with those? Yeah. All
Dude,
right.
It'll roll right over a cat's tail like
It's
it's,
actually
not
super
even there.
smooth.
Expect-
You won't
we
believe how
expect a
smooth.
nice picture of that in use.
All right.
Close,
So,
please.
Third place. I think he left. Did he leave? No, he didn't. All right. Third place of the world's smallest Stretch Armstrong
No, he's not. He's here.
goes to someone who's
Oh, yeah.
actually.
Stand right in front of the speaker
I know.
there.
Thank you. Sorry.
There you go,
So
that's
this
better.
goes to someone that's up their game, changed their set, made their set better, but brought a little bit of the old school back. Ian Matthew Sargent.
Let me tell you something. I was just waiting for him to
You
get
can
on
do the
that
pretzel.
floor.
You can do whatever with that guy.
He
All
is-
right.
He is always a pleasant surprise, but was definitely a different change tonight.
Our redneck gift basket. I think he left, though.
Oh, I did.
Did he leave? I think he left.
There you go. You're in front of the speaker again.
Shut up. I think he left. But the winner of the very well-known Wicked Pissa
The
redneck
well
gift
sought
basket,
after. Yeah, go way back. Go
which
way
is the
back.
redneck fire alarm, the hillbilly tattoo kit, Funyuns, pork rinds, a PBR that you can't drink in the club, a moon pie. It's Jimmy Cash.
Jimmy.
All right.
Jimmy got the fuck out of here before
All right,
he found out
didn't
there's a
leave-
$30
I might
cleaning
raffle
fee.
off the prize to someone else. Oh, shit.
You're in
And
front.
the main winner tonight of $25, 2 10s and 5 1s, goes to
Ones could be used.
my favorite grocery manager, none other than
Oh.
Dean Abbott.
All right, I know who's buying the first. What?
I get an extra
5
display
dances.
this weekend, right? Just kidding.
I
just
know
kidding.
who's buying the first
I
5
know I'm just
dances
getting
at the
snack
nitty bar.
crackers on the shelf. All right, so hey, so. Sorry.
Oh, here.
All right, so
here.
all right, so Jimmy Cash is MIA. Do we go to our other person that we had? All right, our other person that was a tie actually with Brian Harpin for that place is an old school friend of ours, a former judge, an old pal, Luis Vasquez. Gets a redneck
That there.
gift basket.
Good.
Baby, you know you want that PBR. You want that moon pie. You want that tattoo kit.
I'm sorry there's no adobo in that for you. But
You don't get
it's,
spam
you know,
this
it
time.
is.
You know what you get in the bottom of that box? You get Belvita cinnamon bites.
Oh.
Because I bought spam. Pampa forgot the spam this week.
But
Fucking Pampa.
one of the things, like, Luis, is he's been with us for so long. We know he's been around a while as well.
And he's helped us with a
And he
lot
gets
with our
around
show.
a lot, too. But,
He has.
yeah.
He's given us advice that we used and loved and ran with. And
Yeah, so he puts himself on, whether he likes it or not, we have him at a higher standard. So
and,
we
and
know
a
what to
lot of
expect
these,
from
a
him.
lot of the comics, we don't want them to feel like they're being judged. We want you to be a part of our comedy show. Yes, we do some judging. We do give out prizes.
Yeah.
Just because we want to just reward our friends. These are our friends now.
Yeah, the whole
Pretty
group is
much.
great. You know,
I'm
even
starting
like
to go
Matt
pro.
Thompson was awesome tonight.
Moon
Special
pie.
shout out to Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Oh, you're sitting the moon
Thank
pie
you, Matt.
already.
He was
Poured
right
a-
over there.
I
Where he
did
went.
notice you poured some adobo on it from Antonetta's breast adobo.
And I know maybe some of our comics will listen to this later because they're not here currently. I will take advice from the current comics in the room. Let me know if you like this room, if you want us to continue in this room. We now have 2 rooms in Worcester. So if you like it, let us know. If you don't, we appreciate it. We can make this a one and done.
It's centrally located. Oh.
It is. And this is like the heart of Worcester right now.
Well, the
Especially
decaying
since
heart, yeah.
we're going to have the Woo Sox coming into town. If we can seal this deal, this could be a good night for us. So,
I've broken the
You know what I
seal
mean?
already.
and I know them, so we can tell them to turn that stuff down, whatever. But
All
thank
right,
you
well,
guys.
The
I
big man
appreciate
here
every
has
one
to
of you
go.
guys.
His designated driver is. They're trying to get him
Thank
out
you.
of here.
Matt, we were just giving you a shout out. So Matt Thompson, thank you for jumping back on the show again. But you were definitely in the running.
I hope you don't get jumped for the sneakers.
I was happy to see you again. We all were when you jumped in. We're like, yes. So good to know. Please do. All right, guys, are we done?
We're done.
We're done.
Don't say it's
Our
over.
outro?
I almost fell on my ass.
we'll keep the video up a little longer if people want to get in front of the banner, get some video. I'll take snapshots of it.
Me. Thanks, Mama.
All right, you've been listening.
All right, clean up your shit. I ain't paying $30 to clean this room.
Well, you've been listening to the Wicked Business Show. We're a Studio Fire production. I'm Byron.
I'm Bompa.
I'm Patty Cakes.
And she's on fire
Woo-hoo!
tonight.
Thank you.
Got a little bit of heart
Thank
number
you,
9
White
playing.
Eagle.
Got a little bit of heart number 9 playing. But don't say it's over.
Thank you, White Eagle.
Don't say it's over until it's over. Look at what we've done. It takes a lifetime to have such a good time. We're having so much fun. The ball's in your hand, you gotta run with the play. You think about the future, but you don't care about much today. You like the wind silent, and no one bothers you. But when the world's in your hand and you ain't got no plan, well, you just don't know what to do. Now tell the truth. Don't say it's over until it's over. Look at what we've done. It takes a lifetime to have such a good time. We're having so much fun. Tomorrow can always get better. To those who don't like today, I'm telling you things will get better. And that everything, oh no, and everything gonna be okay. Don't say it's over